Yeah, I know about it.
Say again, please. Tomorrow was talking me.
I know that it exists.
Um, yeah, it was supposed to be a scene today, so I don't know if you want to send other people to pick up the ammunition or if you just save it for another day.
How many people do we need to send to carry that?
Um, uh, let me check. It's it's a few crates, probably half a truck full.
Mm,
It's a shit ton of ammunition. I'm gonna send you the. I don't know if she pin if she, sorry, if Neb gave leadership in leadership chat any information on it.
he gave us a
But
lot of information.
Fuck you too, man.
okay, it's quite a big number. But it is for all thought through for all outposts. It's not just like, I mean, you can keep everything, but it's a shit ton.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I think you'd want to sit on that floor. I know people sometimes lay down on it, but I don't know. Excuse me.
I'm just a sec, a little silhouette of a woman. Scaramouche. Baby,
Scaramouche, let me do the Fandango. Very, very frightening. See, that's what you look like.
Do you know if Neb is coming today?
I have no idea if Neb is coming today. I don't know who's actually coming today at all. Leadership-wise, I will be very stressed out if I'm the only leader here today and people need to talk to leadership.
Don't worry, I will be around as Patricia after everything.
Yeah. I'm not entirely sure, because I don't really know what the scene you wanted to have happen would require.
It just needs to people. Well, I guess since Cass is not gonna be there for long, it's not gonna end up in someone robbing Cassie, and Cassie's just gonna give the ammunition and take the rest of the money that the Whispers or. It's gonna be a little bit of like talking, loading kind of thing.
Okay.
Talking, loading, unloading.
There's just some time for people to talk to Cassie.
Yeah, it's time for people to do something.
Right. Given that we have only 19 people in the map today, you might want to wait.
Yeah, okay, I'm coming in as Patricia first then.
Because we might want to wait for another day when we have the opening to do it. Maybe next week. And hopefully we'll have more people in the map that day. Maybe Neb will actually be there that day and so on. So, the more people we have here, then it's easier to pull people off the map to go do that. If I go there with like 4 other people, it's like,
yeah, the map is empty.
Yeah, it's a lot of people to leave the map. What? Okay, if that was everything.
Yep.
Good to head down to Whisper.
Yes, we're all
Yeah,
there. Not me.
How goes it?
I thought you were all racist.
Fine.
Isn't that what he said?
I'm sorry.
He said you were all racist.
No, what the fuck?
Are you guys racist?
This guy has hypothermia.
I can't move.
I don't know. He's a whisperer that has hypothermia because he fell asleep in the coolant. I don't know who the fuck this is.
Wait, how did that happen?
What's up?
Is the bot?
I don't know.
Did someone fuck with the bot that's supposed to bring people inside if they fall
I don't know.
asleep?
It's supposed to be a robot that brings people in if they fall asleep outside, so they don't freeze to death.
Oh,
It's like its whole existence.
that's an issue.
I guess That's literally the whole purpose of it, anyway.
Maybe I went out after it came back in. I don't know.
No,
It's always out
Or
there.
maybe because I'm a
runs on its own
bear
powers.
and I was hibernating,
Not a
it didn't
bear.
recognize me as a person to bring back in. Because I'm a bear. I'm a bear.
Just stay in there and get warm.
Here's some blankets.
Dang. Cool.
And acid. Don't die.
Nah, I'm a bear. I can't die.
Hello, Diet.
Shh.
Hello.
That was a start to the day.
Indeed.
Alright. Why are you pointing at me? Oh.
You just walked into there for 5 seconds.
No? Oh. So I gotta talk to you about something.
Who you know?
That was a
I apparently
hit the very proper low.
one in?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm tired. It's okay.
Okay. I'm just
You and a
checking.
few other.
It's like a out of the way thing.
Mm-hmm. Go down that
I
way.
gotta get.
Wow.
You have to remind me, Cairo. I have to put Myomer in this. In order to enhance strength Myomer.
I will try my best to remind you of that.
Okay. I may have the money for it already. I don't know. I'll have to see.
This will
I can't pay now.
So do you remember Siri?
Siri?
Cat lady detective.
Yes.
Works for Millie, technically. So I met with her at the meat rack last Sunday, and I talked to her about some stuff. I thought she was gone. Long time ago, back when Lucky's mom got captured and we wanted to barge into the asylum and fuck shit up, get her out of there. I talked to her, and she talked to me, offered, like, training on how to sneak into one. And so I talked to her about that last Sunday.
You're getting training for espionage?
Well, it's not necessarily training, it's more of like an infiltration method.
Oh, they're showing you a.
To get into. Well, it'd be a cooperation thing where they have to
I'm giving warning.
they have to do some stuff, and then we maybe have to have Millie help with. I mean, all of the planets go through Millie because we're the boss. We have to prep some things, but basically planets. So for the asylums, how you get through all the doors and stuff is they have these little key card things with numbers on them. You do that, the door opens. Thing is, the bots themselves have a chip inside of them that just opens the doors for them. So she said, if we could get one of those chips, install it in me, maybe get a voice modulator with how my eye is like an actual strange eye. You could dress me up as one of the robots to go in there. And all the doors would open because I have the chip in me, and it would
But
just.
you dress up as a robot?
Yes, you dress up like Sawdust, like the more human
Oh.
ones.
Like one of them. Okay.
Yes.
That's.
I mean, issue is that each asylum has different codes and stuff, so if we had an asylum in mind, we would have to find a specific robot from one of those asylums beforehand. And also during it, I would need people, like, messing with all the systems and stuff to, make sure that I don't, it's safer.
Okay.
Alternatively, she also offered locations for asylums onto, like, so if we wanted to have a more loud entrance, like good locations to blow a hole in the wall.
This is. Okay.
I also know one thing. I don't know if we knew this, but she has like a relationship with Strange. Like they did stuff in the past. She wasn't originally human, but then he made her like have the cat ears. And the sounds of it wasn't like, oh, he captured me and it was a deranged experiment, or because just the way they described it was like, oh, well, I was talking to them, just small talk, like, oh, why'd you get the cat ears? And like, well, you know, it was the easiest to get and easiest to find, so that's what happened, or stuff like that. So they have a history with them.
I knew they had a history. They were the lead detective hired by Aki to find him. I didn't know they had more. Okay, that's a new part of their story.
She also doesn't have any friends.
She had a friend.
No, well, that's not what she says. She says, I don't want friends, and if I didn't if I had friends, I wouldn't be here in my life right now, etc., etc. She has a robot she talks to, and that's about it.
Yes, that's the one I was referring to. But okay. Try and talk to Chase or O'Delly if you can find them at some point. Give them a rundown of all this info.
Yeah, originally, I was going to talk to Wrench about it. I probably still will.
Yeah, inform.
He's not around today.
Whichever members of leadership you feel to. More, we'll try and make sure to communicate. We have to attack these asylums at some point, and we have options to do so now. So it's more of a question of what we want to do, whether we want it to be a quiet infiltration or a loud assault.
Well, I would assume that going in there, being the only one, I wouldn't like to lead the assault by myself on an asylum, Cairo.
No, you wouldn't. Stealth or otherwise, you wouldn't be the only one going.
Yes. Okay. Good.
Okay.
There are probably ways to sneak people in with me, dressing them up as painters, or having them. This is like a kind of thing, is having them be like civilians I captured or whatever. But there's probably ways to sneak them along with me if it was, let's get to a location in the asylum and then do shit.
Trying to get everyone in as affiliated allies to Strange will let you get further, I feel, than having a set of prisoners. They may stop you at a specific point and request that they be handed over. And at that point, you don't have an option. You have to start fighting.
See, here's the thing. They said that as long as they get the chip they have and stuff, they have the means to install it and stuff, so
I'm sure
we don't have to. Also, if we did do it, we would need Millie's permission.
Right. She's probably got assets stored in those asylums.
More so because Millie owns her, and so she's not allowed to make her own decisions.
Either way, she has stake in what we're doing, and if we do it without telling her, she can lose something. She needs to be ready
she
to
knows,
prepare for that
'cause
stuff.
Siri said that she talked to her about it. We'll see. If friend shows up today, I'll talk to him about it, but besides that... Oh yeah, here's a funny fact. You know how she investigates things? Kinda weird. So she just gets, like, super fucking high whenever she investigates something.
I'm very aware. We first met
she was
her.
talking about...
We first met her during an investigation into something that was strange related, and then
I was there. Well, no, was it strange related? I don't even know at that point if it was strange. Was it the crucifixion?
Yes. It was
I was there. I was trying. I was making sure Jamie didn't puke too much.
Yes.
And she was okay.
And then
She
not
wasn't okay.
not shortly after that, last year on my birthday, I was requested to help investigate a murder with her. And then I got shot and had to do parkour over buildings, and it was not fun. I did not
That's
enjoy
cool.
that.
I did that once. I was
So-
chasing a car. It was awesome.
I'm well aware of how they operate.
They also got like punted in the meat rack.
I'm
Got
sad
kicked
to
down a
hear
flight
that.
of stairs.
They
'Cause
should be more
did
careful.
some corpo stuff and people didn't like that.
Yeah.
Well, no, they did some corpo stuff and then they said, "Oh, what you did's fucked up," and so the corpos kicked her down the stairs.
Yeah. They should, avoid that.
Yeah. Generally, if I was there, I'd just dodge it. To be honest.
Uh huh.
Alrighty.
All right.
A message will go out to Blaze. Please meet in the garage.
Message to Ven.
Hello.
Just send Blaze your way.
Well, never mind.
To the garage.
Oh, if you want to play, you two can play.
No, I play him all the time. No, I'm
Okay,
done.
okay.
Okay. No. I'm
No.
good. No, I pressed play.
Damn,
Fuck.
dumbass. Hit the button.
Cancel.
Hit the.
Cancel. Go fucking away. There we go. Man,
Ooh.
I'm so good at this game. You bitch. You took player. Fine.
You need to talk to me.
Have a. Yes, extremely private.
By the way, Dolores, I hope you realize what you've just done.
Okay, let's go outside.
I shall wait until I shall wait until you see.
Should be quick
change.
slash. It'll either be verification or information.
Welcome to
Uh-huh.
9 ball.
But unless I have 100% confirmation, I'd rather not. Yeah.
Oh, you're having a talk with mom.
Yeah, it should be quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. We'll be in the garage.
Mm-hmm.
They're in a happy mood. Good. Okay.
Sorry.
No.
Where do I even? Apollo's partner.
Yeah.
Are you aware of any possible affiliations they have?
I am.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure, like, it seemed like, considering they were escorted around by other leadership, but that's just kind of me.
We're aware of their
Okay,
connections.
as long as you are aware, that's what I'm just making sure that leadership is aware, and if it's I'm a little
not
about
the
the fact that they
it's not the only one, and we aren't happy about it. But these people, at least,
especially the fact they brought them to the base.
that was before their
Affiliation was known, understood.
No, it was before their affiliations ran so deep. Apollo is well aware. They are also not doing any of this to harm us. They
I
would
would
never
imagine not.
They would never have brought them here unless they knew that they could trust them.
Okay. As long as leadership is aware in some form or fashion, I will let leadership handle it.
I am so very aware of both of the situations, and I am handling it as best I can.
Okay. If you need any assistance with anything, do let me know. But in any regards, those situations, other situations, you know, you can always count on me for stuff.
If Cyrus hurts anyone else within the oak, including me, do not hold it against him.
I'm trying not to.
We aren't.
I didn't technically have issue with Cyrus, especially considering I figured Pill had that situation handled.
We're trying our best to handle it. It's a lot more complicated than we thought.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about Cyrus. He has his demons. That's not my concern.
Try and make sure other people don't hold it against them either.
I'll do my best.
In 72 hours that he was away from us, he experienced things that I would not want anyone to have to go through.
I'm guessing we're still in a semi-holding pattern in regards to your former peoples?
I don't know what they're doing.
Would you like someone to look into that, perhaps?
Cyrus was grabbed
Okay, so
at a whim on the side of the street. If someone were to actually actively go toward them, it's too dangerous to have anyone go near them. We're going to have to wait for them to make a move.
Not the hugest fan of being reactive, but if that is your mentality, I will again defer to leadership and to especially your guidance with this.
It's the only way we can make sure everyone is safe here.
Again, I will defer. I trust you.
Thank you for that. What the hell?
I see your bone ice is acting up.
I fucking hate it.
Alright. That was the main thing. Again, I'm trying to avoid throwing people under the bus if I can avoid it, so I don't want to start anything that I don't intend on finishing, so.
Yeah. I'm...
Alright. Thank you for your time. Again, if you do need anything, let me know.
I will.
Mm.
If you see Adrian, tell him to come out here. I need to talk to him.
Sure.
Here you are. I was informed by one of my medics that you might have been feeling unsafe here. You were looking into getting medical assistance somewhere else. Is that correct?
I was looking into it at the time as it was in the heat of the moment of everything going on with Apollo and then being taken out of the room. I was just. I wasn't thinking straight. I realized literally the next morning that that wasn't the best scenario, and I meant to go to Ame the next day and talk to them and say that that's not what I was planning on doing. I just got busy with other things.
Okay. be clear on something. Apollo has a medical condition due to heavy brain trauma. They tend to react very aggressively and make very aggressive comments. When they said they were going to hurt you, it wasn't real. However much they tried to reassure you or reassure others when they said so, it's part of their condition. They would not have followed up on it. As for trying to get medical attention anywhere else, the only other option you have, if you do not want to be at the Oak for your medical care, is to be out of colors and go to the Merciful Heart. Because there is the eventuality that if you go to any other hospital or any other clinic, if they figure out you are a Whisperer, if they get a feeling or a suspicion, Keijin will be the ones to take you out of there. At the Heart, we make certain that Whisperers who are there for recovery are looked after by our own people, for the most part. So that there's a reduced chance people can figure something like that out. And because of our heavy stance on reacting to the gangs, you will not be given over to Keijin if the civilians there figure it out. You will simply be left out, be sent away. It's not a great condition to be in, but it's better than being in Keijin's hands. We do everything we can to make certain that you are safe.
I know that. It was just... I was in pain and I wasn't thinking straight. Upon taking time away, I did realize the mistakes in my own words. I understand that it is safe here.
Okay. Good.
And I didn't know that about Apollo beforehand. Otherwise, I wouldn't have said what I said in relation to him when he was saying those things.
A lot of people don't seem to know that. It's his medical condition. His privacy is utmost important, but I would have suspected people had at least some sense to figure it out after all of this time of how he's been acting. That's all. Check on something. No. No.
Let's see. What person I want to talk to?
Perfect.
How can I say this? I've had a tiger boss approach me at the meat rack. I talked to Pill about this. They said that they want to make some kind of deal or something with us. I'm not sure.
Who?
Leviathan.
Oh. Okay. I'm aware
Have you ever met
that.
him?
Okay, I'm more aware of the situation. What did you?
Well, he's talked a whole bunch of stuff. He said that he could help fix me. I'm not sure how he would fix me, and he said that he's a geneticist of things like that. I don't know how he would fix my cybernetics. She said he wants to meet with Odeli to try and get good races with us.
We've prepared a meeting for that.
I see. Just the boss isn't around right now.
Yeah, we're aware. Hill contacted us, set up a meeting, selected people to go. I think that's happening tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Unless I don't remember things properly.
See.
Yes. Tomorrow.
There's also, the thing of eventually wanting to do a deep dive up here to try and figure out what's going on with everything.
Right.
I know when the best time with that would be. I kind of would like to do that sooner rather than later, hopefully.
I'm not sure about scheduling those. I'm not really aware of how they work.
I'm the main person, one of the main people that does own regional or net running shit. Or at least our deep dive stuff. So we need all the people in that's not me. Or, so we have, as of the moment, well, first up, how's Robin? Is Robin doing okay?
They're still recovering.
Okay. They're gonna need full prosthetics, right?
It's up to her what she wants to do for her replacements. She had cybernetic hands before and had adjusted to them, but she's lost a lot more than that. And she needs time to acknowledge and process what she's lost before she can think to replace it.
Yes, and we do replace them. And unfortunately will not be all four of them at the same time. It'll be maybe both the arms, or maybe both the legs first. And then we'll have to wait a month, and then we can put the other one on.
If we start with the hands, she can readjust to them faster. She was already...
How can we still?
She was already accustomed to having cybernetic hands before. So it's not like she's experienced something all new.
No, we're gonna have to replace the entirety of their arm, correct?
No.
Hey, Ivy.
No? I see.
She's only missing her hands.
What things?
Oh, okay.
Her legs are missing up to the waist. Almost. So.
Oh, I see. It seems that was mistaken.
Yeah. So
Okay. Alright. That's really it. We need to sit. We need to set aside a narrowing team. Try and do this. Yes.
yeah, talk with some people, figure out when and who you can bring.
Okay.
I'm not even sure if a medic is necessary for those kind of missions, so
No, not really. All of you need to have a good mind. That's all you really need.
right.
Anything you can think of and your technological knowledge will cross over into that.
I don't think I could ever help you with one of those. I'm still confused by like search engines 90% of the time.
You're fine, boss.
Cyrus should be here later today. I need to talk to him. He wanted to talk to me, and that's a big step forward, I think. What I need to do.
Do you feel cold?
What?
I have a question. Do you know about this hallucination of Belle going on?
The hallucination of what?
Belle, the cat. Everyone said it's like a mass hallucination that's going on right now of like seeing Belle in random places.
I don't really
Well,
pay attention to the cat.
Are we?
It may be.
Well, like blips in and out of existence.
It may be able to do that. It may not be able to do that. I don't care.
Well, it keeps opening and closing the door.
I don't know
like
how it's
Belle.
capable of doing that. Because it's a cat and shouldn't be able to open the door. But if it's doing that, then it's doing that, and I can't actually stop it. So I'm just going to let it do its thing and ignore it for the most part.
Okay.
It's a cat.
If it drives me insane, it drives me insane. But it's Belle.
It's a cat. You scratched.
I didn't scratch, I just didn't get anything in.
And this is also not going to be a thing for today. I have far too much else to deal with. I'm not dealing with this. Because I don't want to deal with this. I never wanted to deal with this.
Might not be the cat, might be a ghost. Oh, it was haunted.
Hey, Cairo.
Hi, Ben. Have you seen
I just got done with.
Deimos?
No, I haven't.
I see. I will find them. That's certainly a thing.
course I know he's not the same. He is the boss. All of us are aware that, yes. However, we cannot, unfortunately, dwell on the shit that's happened. And I'm sure that when we actually get the hollow back, that we'll easily get in a row.
I'm not doing this.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully we'll have my lucky
Only
figure
problem
that-
with that one. I think we got Rest, we have Trace, we have Chase.
No. In my opinion, it should not be a singular boss. It should be a council.
No, absolutely not.
How do you mean?
That's how we get to this, where nothing happens and everyone's yelling. You need someone to sit there and say, this is what the fuck's happening, and people say, alright, that's what we're doing, that's what we're doing. We need someone like Sean, who was at the head, knew what was happening, knew how to do stuff.
You're scared now. Hearing this. Wounds across your entire body. Is that your doing? Another joins.
What are you doing?
Having a conversation.
Oh yeah, he's trying.
This isn't my first run-in with this one.
Uh-huh.
I can see it in your eyes. It'd be so easy for you. And again, that would get you in trouble, wouldn't it? So much as a person of action. Always another contradiction.
Deimos, finish your conversation quickly. I need to speak with you.
I'm already done.
Anyway.
How fucking could you?
I didn't get to turn it off in time. They go.
Jesus.
Hey, Deimos, I hear you over there.
Just swinging my lance around, did a little bit of meditating just now. Obviously gonna clean my guns, make sure everything's in working order. Nothing out of the usual, really. Wait, all my come back.
We're going outside.
Yes, we are going outside.
Alrighty. Oh, sorry.
Your last few days were the last ones you had as a normal medic. And I hope you enjoyed them. Because now comes your new role.
I literally did nothing but wake up today and do some magic. There were... Wait a minute.
So, you will be going through some things that others will break from mentally, physically, emotionally. You are to withstand them, and you are to become stronger through it. To guarantee that you can become exactly what I need you to be, you will be doing and experiencing a fraction of the 10 years I spent with my old family. It will hurt. A lot. I will do my best to make sure it does not leave too many scars. At least physical ones. I can't have you go through everything I did, because I'm unwilling to do that again. Today will be the start of this training. When you return to the Merciful Heart today, you are to go to the section of the heart that you have been cleaning. There will be a room that you haven't opened yet. It is full of weapons. I'm going to select a rack of them, and I'm going to fight you using these weapons until I run out of weapons on the rack. When I am done, you will, even if it's hard to move or walk, you will pick them up and put them back. I'm not going to stop if you go to a knee or fall over. Unless you are flat on your back, I will continue to attack you. You will survive. That is your goal. And this is where we are starting. I assure you it will get worse. And you will have to continue to survive.
And is that how I actually start making my way back in with you?
Try and make sure there's a clear area. We might need a lot of room.
Understood.
We're starting easy. The purpose of your existence is to do as you're told, no matter what. And when I tell you to do something, you will have it completed. Whether that be healing someone, protecting someone, removing a threat, or even things that you think are impossible. You will get them completed, or you will have failed. And failure is far worse than success in this path. I will make you the best that you can be.
What's the name of my new role? If I'm allowed to ask that question. If I'm not gonna be a normal medic.
Best with names. You will be Cirquette. She's a goddess of healing and poison. You will do both.
We'll do one of those like quizzes.
I don't need like.
When you watch a movie and you gotta write down stuff.
I don't remember. I don't have any memories.
She has like amnesia since like what, a few 4 or 5 months ago.
Someplace. I have an apartment
No,
off.
I was with.
Sorry.
I was with Frank for like 4 months. And I was with Marcus for like 5 months.
Out doing something.
Right.
I mean, I kind of want one. This to be that has like a place that you don't get woken up in the morning by loud sounds.
That's
why I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
It should go.
Kind of a weird way to measure animal abuse. Should be
would,
0.1 big.
but like I'm probably actually gonna do something with it. When I come back
There
here
you go.
and I know what happened.
Yeah, see, this is how much they've grown in a couple weeks.
They're like Andrew now.
Hey, Cairo.
That size.
Hi.
I'd say in about a month they'll be fully grown. This tiger is not,
How have you been?
Are you doing a JoJo pose right now, Adrian?
I succeeded in creating a ritual that allows me to contact
in my personal mirror.
people
God damn, I do kind of look like I'm
from a
doing
distance
it.
using
No,
magic.
I'm just.
It works.
That'll probably be useful for. That'll probably be useful in contacting the magic people because we kind of need some more books.
That's part of the.
I've read everything. I've read them back and forth. I've memorized them by now.
The main issue, however, is
What the fuck? Come on, Xandra, you have a boyfriend. Go do that.
the ritual requires copper wiring.
More than that.
Or some sort of metal
this
wiring. Copper seems to be working, but it could be anything. I'm not sure which one might be better, but when I use it, it tends to burn out. Like disintegrate. Like nothing's left. So.
Well, I guess that doesn't make sense because, as I've been yelled at by the magic people, everything comes at a price.
Yeah. So I'm not sure.
Something needs to be taken.
It also is not exactly. I've done it twice. And
Only one time worked.
Both times worked, but one of them was a bit longer of a conversation. The other one was an exchange of words. The longer conversation left me a bit more exhausted. Physically.
So the longer the conversation, the more mana is used. Understood.
And the worst part, there needs to be a link. Something.
A connection.
Something connected, something strongly related to the target of the ritual.
So, like an object? Or emotional connection.
It's possible that an object that is linked to them in some strong way of importance could work. However, I've been conducting it within a room that has been lived in by the individual for a while. Some place that they called home. Something they owned. The room itself is what I've been using, and it's been a very strong connection because of it, I feel. I'm not sure how effective it will be otherwise. I'm not exactly in a position to be testing a ton of theories with it.
No. If it tires you out that badly, just shooting off theories into random directions, hot shots, it won't really work.
So far, that's what it is. It requires.
Sadly, we don't have any. Man.
What are you wearing?
Hello. My new combat outfit.
Wow.
Dolores finished it. Yeah.
That's good.
I need to get the pack working, but it's compatible with Hardlight. I wanted to make sure it actually fits.
Nice.
And it does.
Jack is gonna have a nosebleed.
Is he?
Have you seen it?
Fair. Bodysuit? It's comfy.
But looks
though.
nice.
I don't know what you guys talking about.
A magic ritual that Zarafel helped create with me.
Also, may have to yell at Bruja. Soon.
Why?
Last Friday, when they rescued Robin.
What?
Bruja may have casted something.
When? What are you referring to?
When they were trying to resuscitate her.
And she prayed?
Hell no.
I don't know. Zoe just said that electricity came out of her fingers.
From what I was told by Trace, and from what I confirmed with Bruja that day, she called out to Zarafel to save Robin.
Okay. I didn't get the full story, so that's my bad. But if you've already handled it, then I don't need to worry.
I have handled it, congratulated her, and had a long time to be happy that she put so much faith and trust into something she had no confirmation of.
Okay. I was just concerned because unsure if she actually casted it.
There's a difference between our casting of magic through what the teachers have taught us and what Zarafel can do for us.
Okay. Good knowledge for the future, then. I mean, I guess those under the fucking those two wouldn't need to have to worry about that. In theory.
I do not believe that they are equivalent.
Probably not as powerful. Probably won't be able to give as much, but might be lessened.
They are
But
fractured reflections of what Zarafel actually is.
I know. Do you want to sit back down? Or are you just having fun standing?
I'm having fun staring into the void of nothingness. Well, I don't mind sitting.
I'll move over a bit. There you go. Oh yeah. Blaze, Zoe, and Ryan did a pretty good job meditating earlier.
Good work.
Zoe probably needs a few more times to get it down. Ryan and Blaze seem to doing pretty well. The next step for them probably is envisioning the mana moving throughout the body.
Yes. Zoe is in a very difficult situation for them. A lot of their body is cybernetic, which does not mesh
That
well
doesn't
with mana.
matter. Doesn't matter. I'm still able to cast with it on. When I was when I first lost it, when I had the cybernetic, I was able to still feel my arm even under the cybernetic. It doesn't mesh well, yes, but the mana is still there flowing from what I can feel while meditating.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a little harder, if anything.
Okay.
I was going to try the runes that I know, the input, storage, output. I was going to try see if that could assist just a little bit with helping the flow through cybernetics. But I'll probably do that at a later date, probably when we're done with Strange and we have time.
Yes. Everything is on hold until Strange is gone.
Yeah.
We've
This is why I've just been doing meditation every now and again.
We've been evicted from our home for over half a year. I think it's time that changes.
Yeah.
do go back to the hollow, it's chill if I move the furniture that's in the room to the heart, mostly so probably have a bed for Fina, if she doesn't already have one.
I mean, she has a bed. She has her own little room in my section.
Extra one.
You're fine to move into the heart. There's space. It might take some time to clear out said space, but there's space.
Oh,
When we
I cleared
get
out that
back
room.
to the
I can clean out another one.
when we get back to the hollow, back to sleeping in the lab.
No.
They probably
Why not?
threw out your mattress. I'm telling you that.
I'll move it back in. I'm moving it back in.
You're gonna have to get a new one. That one's gone.
I'm not moving that one back in. It's gone. It's hella gone.
That's what I meant.
I'll just move another one.
Yeah, you can get a new one.
No, I'm moving.
I'm not even allowing you to move the Papathon in there. Oh, what makes you think
I'm not
Eve or
moving the
Jack will
pop-
let you move back in there? Huh?
I mean, they're allowed to do what they want.
And plus, I don't want to sleep in the hallway again. In the bunk beds, because I couldn't sleep in there.
Yeah.
And on top of which, if someone breaks into the lab, hey, I'm there to stop them.
Fair enough.
If someone breaks into the lab, they have a 4-hour window to find you not awake. And usually during that 4 hours, someone else is awake. So, someone will be responding. I trust in that.
What makes you think they'll make it out anyway?
They won't. I'm sure.
I'm a light sleeper. If someone's able to open up the fucking giant sliding door, and that's loud enough to fucking wake me.
There.
I also just remembered, we still have a fire mana crystal in the lab.
In our lab here?
Yeah, the lab here. We nabbed that shit when we left.
Oh.
Yeah, out of the mana crystals from the one crystal mission, we only have the fire one.
Mm-hmm. That's concerning, given what we've figured out about them, and how dangerous they are. So, make sure it's safe. This lab here
I have it in a container.
Yeah, the lab here isn't
I have a box of things that I look into. I have it in there in its own in a divided section, so nothing's touching it.
Okay. That's reassuring.
But that the mana crystal stores mana, so that actually it might help with rituals, if I'm thinking about it correctly, to help lessen the load taken from you.
I'm
theoretically.
Rituals from Xeraphel work differently. It's not.
Okay.
It's hard to explain. It's not a drain on mana. It's not like I'm using mana to cast it. How did I explain this before? It's. Think of it like.
Taken from somewhere else?
Yeah, think of it. Casting a spell is a system of having a battery wires and a light bulb. The light bulb is the spell itself. The wires is the process of casting the spell, and the battery is your mana.
Yeah.
When it comes,
I use a.
Yeah,
I
when it
use a
comes
different node.
to
But go on.
when it comes to Zarafel, I'm not the battery. I'm the wire.
What the
He
fuck
is the
am I
battery.
hearing? Ooh,
Magic.
What?
Magic.
I was about to say, who's the outlet? Who's the plug?
What?
What? You do something with your hair?
Who?
I tied it back.
Oh, looks good on you. Anyways, where's
That's what I said.
Tommy?
Who?
What?
Violet.
Ame?
Violet? I don't know where Ame is.
She's probably walking around.
Okay, was Damos ever given like a techie check?
Ame has done a few checks on their cybernetics before. If there's a recent concern of a breach, then talk to Ame. They haven't done one within the past 24 hours.
Okay.
More than that. Yeah. If you're concerned that something might be wrong with their cybernetics, talk to Ame.
Okay. That's the purple hairs one, right?
Yes, with the cybernetic arms.
Okay, I don't know why I keep getting her name so mixed match. I don't know why. I'm sorry. Thank you, by the way. You want the door closed?
No, keep it open, it's fine.
Okay. That's gonna bother my arm for a while now.
So, yeah. I think that's what our teacher was referring to when he said that the methods he was teaching all of you wouldn't work well with the way that I function with Zarafel.
Yeah, I could see it. Okay.
So the rituals don't exactly need mana to power them. It's, from what I've figured out, it's a durability test of my physical form sustaining itself while transferring
Where's the woman?
Zarafell's magic. Zarafell's power to the purpose of what it's doing. So, from what I was told, there is a ritual that I am aware of that I cannot do without dying. So,
We'll just stay away from that.
it's possible I could use it to cure incurable diseases. From what was told to me, I could have cured joy. It's a very powerful healing ritual. I do not have the components to do it, nor would I survive.
Let's just not do that then.
We're putting a pin in it until after Strange is gone. Then I need a tree. That's why I wanted to steal one. Yeah, that. But we're gonna
all
wait.
the stuff for that.
We do have all of the stuff for that. We've had that. We're gonna still have that for a while. Until Strange is gone. Then we can try and set aside time for robbing a tree.
Would my body count as would my If you count as a disease.
I'm not sure. It's possible I could heal it.
I'm not talking about. No, I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about my body.
Yes. I'm unaware of the full effects or strength of it. It's powerful. It's dangerous. Once I have the tree that's supposed to help me reduce the strain that I have to go through for the ritual, then I can learn more. Have to kill Strange before I can get the tree, though. So,
yeah, hopefully he's just sitting at the hollow waiting for us, and we don't have to do anything else except kill him there,
no.
So, yeah, hopefully.
Sadly, we have a bunch of
It's probably
churches
not
and
gonna.
asylums. We have to remove everything that is what he is, so that we don't have to fight a literal army.
You get rid of his signal towers.
We have to do a lot.
Yeah.
Well, we
Yeah.
at least have the locations of the churches. We can probably start pushing towards that.
Yeah. Taking out the churches, taking out the asylums, his signal towers, removing everything that gives him power, so that when we fight him, he's as weak as he can be.
If we ever attack, go on.
Oh, I was going to say, with the asylums, unfortunately, me and Jack weren't able to find any information about the other asylums' locations.
We know where
it's
they
very
are.
much a gamble of where they are.
We have the 3 people who know where they are.
Yeah, we knew from before we got kicked out of the Hollow where every single church was in every single asylum. Because Millie gave us all of that. 6, the one who we're working with, she gave us all that info.
It wasn't in any. It was not informed to me or put in any of the documents that we had the asylum locations.
Because.
Alright, well, that makes that easy.
Because the whole working with Millie 6 thing was a secret for a long time. So no one knew. It's just when we needed to go after one.
Counterpoint. Counterpoint. Former head of Intel at that time.
Myself, Queen, and Gus were the only ones aware.
So, from where was put, Trace made a document of all of the information pertaining around Strange, so we had it all organized and contained. Part of the note from the churches section, which is what I was in charge of, was that we had the locations, and that's what I was using.
Yes, we know where all of those
peeked into the asylums, but it didn't say anything about the locations. Alright. Well, I have a new focus to do then.
A stupid, high off their ass cat detective walked into the Hollow and gave us all of this info. I waited outside of the meeting room for over an hour to talk to Queen because she was in there with Gus talking to the cat, and it took them that long to get all that info.
I don't know what's going
I
on,
remember
but
this.
I'm scared.
very upset about it still because I waited for that long. It's
understandable.
Oh, hey, Cairo, I got a question.
Sure.
You still have that red vial?
Which red vial?
The red vial you told me to look into very, very fucking long ago, that we only have one of.
Yes. I still have it.
Okay, just making sure.
I've had it on me ever since we found a dead end. I've never had it away from me. It is
It'd be nice if we could get another one.
It is the most important possession that I own. until I get a holy symbol for Zarafel. But I'm not allowed to get that until I get a tree. So I have to conduct a... I don't think it's a ritual, I think it's more of a spell. When I have the tree, I can conduct something to create a holy symbol safely from the tree's body. And that will link me both to Zarafel and the tree. Because it's supposed to be like a filter.
Hey, hon.
Huh?
Hi.
That's fucking gay.
That is gay.
You okay?
What was that?
We're... confusion. We're all dating.
Oh. I hope it goes better for you than it has for every other person I've seen try this. Because it's gone poorly for every other person.
I will say this from what I can see from the outside, the only thing they didn't have was fucking communication.
Uh-huh. Make sure to keep that, I guess.
That's the fucking goal.
Mm-hmm.
I see. I might go back to my house. Because I actually have somewhere I need to live. I need to go take care of the paint.
Just hear like a statue
Yeah,
move.
I also think that shouldn't exist.
Wait, you have a painter living in your house?
Yes.
I swear to God, I think I heard the mimic again. I think the mimic is around.
What?
Please don't tell me we have a mimic.
We had a mimic.
We have. Yeah, we have
a hallucination.
Alright, I will leave you all to it. I'm going to go to my house, so you all take care.
Okay. Where the hell is this motherfucker? The only person I have left to actually talk to today is Cyrus. He's still not here. So... God. My feet are fucking... a little bit. What is Nietzsche doing? Why are they just bouncing around? That's not good. My tracker's not fully charged. Hang on. I'm gonna go ahead and do a thing. I'm gonna need my trackers later. So we're gonna take our trackers off and let them charge. I'm gonna need them later today. Might as well just have them charge. I should have. Yeah. Google locomotion is a thing that I put onto this model. It's certainly a thing I use now. Very useful.
Do I have to be the cool encrypted? Is Cairo going to pass the fuck out here?
No. No, there's no shot.
Excellent.
You're good.
Because I'm a bounce. What?
You're good.
Okay. Take care, Don Drain.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay, that's what that button does. Good to learn. There's only 8 people here. Perfect timing. Oh, Cyrus, the one I needed to talk to. Oh, I didn't realize. I do this so often. lot of that does. I was looking for you.
Found me.
You said you wanted to talk.
Yes. I believe the rec room's already been taken, so.
I see.
Unless you'd like to wait until it's over.
If it's the same people who were there before, I don't think it's gonna be over. So.
See. And do you have another place you'd like to talk?
Sure. That way we can see if people are coming inside. You want to make sure this is private.
Alright. I want this to be fast anyways.
That's fair.
I had a couple questions.
I have answers.
Alright. Your, brother, I guess, the one that kidnapped me. How much do you know about them?
I spent 10 years living with him. I know a fair amount, but not everything.
What can you tell me about them?
Xavier was a bookworm. He spent time and energy seeking out and gathering a large collection, a personal library. He saw to it that I was taught about theatrics, theater, old gods, those that had failed compared to what we had. I believe now he pushed to try and get me to start showing some magical affinity for a long time. He was one of the two that supported my teaching and ascension through the family, through the cult. They believed that I could fill a grander role, do things like he did.
I see. How much of the magic that he used do you know about?
He's... Other than the High Priest, he's one of the most versatile and varied casters of the priesthood. He's capable of heat, cold, electricity, illusions. Unlike Tempest, he's able to actually remove himself physically and visually for a time. Tempest can mask their visual sight, but they physically are still there. He's able to step out and back in.
These illusions. Is there any other details that you have about them?
They can't hold a physical form under a lot of pressure. I remember Dios often ridiculed Xavier for utilizing them instead of the other family members. even if they could fight better, they couldn't withstand much of an attack, and they wouldn't leave behind a body. They would just vanish. It wasn't very useful. Enough physical force can break them. However, they fight with almost identical ability as Xavier, so they are also not fully physical. They can't be doused in water or their physical form can't be coated in anything. They appear as what they are seen, and they can't be altered. They don't get covered in blood either. That's a way to determine the real from the false, is whether the blood is there.
Do any of these have after effects? Is it possible that somebody could be seeing them after seeing one originally?
Not as an inherent effect. They're
I want to look at magic touch runes again, remembering that. But I don't want to have another fucking brain hemorrhage.
You're back. I'll catch up with you guys.
Sounds good. We'll meet you out by the bike.
I need my jacket. Coming in real quick. Don't mind me. There we go.
The illusions themselves won't cause you to hallucinate them or see them more often. They don't do that. It's something else, if anything.
Come on.
You see.
He had you for a while. It's not impossible he could have done something. If he had the ability to do something like that, with how often I was around him, I would never have been able to tell you if I was seeing the illusions more often than I should have.
I think that's the extent of my questions.
Okay. If you have any others, I can always answer them. What the?
Wasn't me.
If you could shut the shutters. I'm going back to the Merciful Heart to continue monitoring Robin's condition.
Alright then.
Okay. That was it. Thank you all, of course, for watching, and of course, as always, I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.